What's up, YouTube? Sorry for the voice. I've been sick for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, and I'm finally feeling better, but I just don't sound like it. So it's not bad sound quality, it's bad speaker quality. Anyways, today we're gonna try and put tracks on this 310B right here. We tried to do them the other day. We thought it was gonna be a lot easier than it was, and we got one on it. I'll tell you what, it was tough. It was starting to snow. Obviously, you can see we got snow here. It was right before it started to snow where we were at, and the tracks were on a pallet, folded up like a taco. They didn't hardly want to come apart. There were like 5 of us trying to stretch this track out and trying to get it on. And I mean, as you can see, we did get it on. But it was an absolute bear. And there were some things about the case, the way that they release the tracks and stuff like that I don't care about. And I'm going to show you guys that throughout the deal so that I can complain. But all in all, this should be pretty easy. I've got some tools that should make this a little bit easier. I'll show them to you here in just a little bit. Right now, I've got the cat warming up, and we're gonna go get the forestry mulching head off of it, put the forks on it so we can use it to assist us in doing this, because it's just me today. I'm thinking I'm gonna get my kiddo out here to sit in the machine and kind of move it around, but I'm hoping this goes really well, so we'll see. Not any issues. That'd be real good. It's hard to see where I'm going. Nailed it. A little bit of mulchy junk in there. Why do I have gloves on in here? I don't know if I've ever had forks on this skid before. I do now, though. I don't feel any different, but it may take time. Well, I'm gonna make a mess of the old yard. Maybe that old dog, if she don't get out of the way. Miss Monkin, what are you doing? You're just a happy puppy, aren't you? Miss Monkin. You don't know what to think of the camera, huh? Me either. Warm this guy up. Ugh, kind of hard one-handed. All right, we'll get you guys in here where you can see this. There's a nut, and you have to reach in with a wrench and turn it and back it out this way to bleed it off. The zerk points out this way, so you can get on it, but you got to put a wrench on that and back that out to bleed off the tracks. You know, that's a pain. That is tough with a tiny little movement, and you have to flip your wrench over every time. That's a bad option. I don't like that at all. I'm used to doing it with a cat. I know some of you guys may not like cat. Whatever, they're fantastic. You're just wrong. Anyways, this right here is just not cool. Cat, the bolt comes straight out. You just back it off a little bit. It bleeds right out. It works really well. You can put a wrench right on it. You don't have to flip your wrench over. It doesn't take 10 minutes. But this guy does. And I don't like it. Here we go. 15/16. Yep, that's it. Now maybe if I had a ratchet wrench, or actually this is way easier with the actual wrench. To be fair, I didn't loosen it when we did it the other day, but we threw a track. We had a couple skid steers out there. A guy was in it, threw a track. Middle of the summer, back when I posted the short about the big Cat 313. Yeah, on that job, and we were on a hill out in the middle of nowhere, and we didn't have any wrenches other than a crescent wrench, and you basically can't get a crescent wrench to fit inside of here and do what you needed to do. So that was a real pain. But this is this is not that bad, I guess. You know, gotta give some credit, I guess. But I mean, I personally like it the other way better. Can't always have what you want or whatever. The Rolling Stones said it better than I did. Oh. But if a man's got the right tool like this, or even a ratcheting version of it, it's really probably not all that bad. But I couldn't hardly get it to turn. There was no way to turn it by hand. It was like super tight on it was the other side when I did it. And I should probably have a glove on. I don't know, it's cold enough, it may not start letting the grease out yet. I don't know how far you can back it out either. I'm afraid to have it just like pop out. I know this grease comes out real slow, and it's probably 30 degrees right now, so that makes it worse. Yeah, it's starting to bleed. You just have to be patient with this one. Like it doesn't push out as fast as what I'm used to. You know, little kitty cat, we just push against it, and it's like, and basically all comes out. And this one's just really, really slow. But it does work. So, end of complaining about that, I guess. Well, I'm gonna put a couple of these underneath the bucket, so that it doesn't just dig into the ground. And we're gonna put a couple of boards across the back, so we can pry it up. And basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit in there, raise the machine up off the ground, and I'm gonna attempt to do all the work out here by myself. Okay. It's gonna be a lot. Nah, maybe it won't be too bad. I'll set them on with the machine and so on and so forth. I got a helper. Why does the ground have to be wet? I think it's tough enough, but I don't want to end up on that old buckle. All right, hop in there and fire that thing up. Oh no, door's on the wrong side. I know it's jerky. Cool. You're good. Now to tear up the yard. This is the way we had to bleed it the other day. It's the way I'm gonna bleed it today. Oh, good, I made a teetering spot. Basically just gonna have to put pressure on that and leave it for a while. It's a much slower process than what I'm used to, and you end up trying to quit too early, but you just gotta watch the track and watch it keep going down. Maybe back it off a little more. Maybe one of you guys knows if these back all the way out. I would figure it would so you can replace it, but I don't want it to just pop out. And maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe you just let the whole thing out and it blows it out. Maybe that's the easier way to go about it. I don't know. I don't claim to know everything. And that's just my wife. Then I try to act like I know everything. Now we're getting some good flow. Let's push that out of there. Yeah, now we're moving a little bit. All right, so these are my little homemade tools. There's a company that makes these, and they're, they're just expensive. So for like $600, you can have a set of these. I made these myself. I don't even know if they work. I haven't had to use them in like basically the 2 years, I think, that I've had them. It may have been a year or two. I made these during the winter one year. I don't know, Sam might recall. But anyways, the point of them is to stick it in between the little bars underneath. And on this type of track, they don't necessarily fit that good, but on like the cat tracks and the zigzags and different stuff, they're not zigzags, but the block pattern, they work really well. But you just fill a couple of the little gaps with this, and it makes it where it'll basically hold it up off of your idler or your gear, and you can move it and manipulate it. So yeah, let's see if we can get this off of here. All right, track it forward. Whoa, just a tiny bit more. All right, whoa. Working really good for getting it off. I like that. So it's working really good for getting it off. I like it. All right, track it forward a little more. All right. Pretty sure I can just pull this off the front. This is the tight spot right here. There we go. It's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. Well, I really don't want to come out of there. Hardest part's getting that gap down there on the bottom. There we go. You're only going to need 2 skid steers to do this, so. Plan accordingly. There we go. Not what I wanted to do, but it's what I did. There's going to be no mow in this spot after I'm done. What a mess. I'm hoping I can get this on here. This is going to be the hard part. If I got to call the wife for help, well, how embarrassing, right? No, she's pretty awesome. I may regret this. Oh, it's heavy. All right, try and track forward just a little bit. Whoa. Huh. Maybe I can just pop the top one on. All right. Just trying to make it too difficult. Try and track backwards just a little bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go. Track forward just a little bit. Look. A little bit. Whoa. All right, track backwards. Slowly. Backwards. Whoa. All right.
Track backwards. Slowly. Hold up. All right, backwards slowly. Whoa. I should be able to beat that over now, I think. That's not gonna work. I might take a hammer or a skid steer. All right, now track it forward. Actually, hold on. Track it forward. A little more. And whoa. Whoa. Awesome. That was way better. Wow, that went really well. It's those little tools are really handy. Whoever invented that was really smart. I feel like if I had to by myself out in the woods, I could do it. I've only lost a track once in the woods, and well, I had help. So it wasn't the end of the world, but could have been. Forestry mulching, all you're doing is leaving little tiny stumps everywhere. Even though they're down flat to the ground, they're a hard spot that don't give like the dirt does. So yeah, Grody Jody. May have to speed this up. Or maybe not. Maybe some people are thinking about buying a case. And they need to know the truth. I think there's still a whole nother revolution at least. A ratchet wrench would be okay, but I feel like the grease would cause it to just grab and not function like a ratchet wrench is supposed to. But I don't know that for sure. It's just a guess. Snug as a bug in a rug. Rug bugs? I think the end of this grease gun is shot. All right, fire it up. Unlock it and turn that front track, or whatever, side track, because they're not on the front. Looking pretty good. You can lower it down. Just pull back on the stick. There you go. That went pretty good. If it doesn't throw one of those boards at me, that'd be great. But went ahead and tightened up this other track just a little bit because we were struggling to get it tightened up. We need a new tip on that grease gun. I'm gonna roll around these a little bit. I may have to let some off of that one. I can't really tell. They're so cold, and I'm trying to pull. You can't really tell if they're stretching or not stretching, or you know what I mean. So, anyways, there it is. I do have a couple of guys wanting to come look at Barney. Barney's still sitting here. Thanks a lot to my little helper. I wouldn't want to do that without him. It's nice having a helper where you don't have to climb in and out of the machine every time. But either way, I think one guy could do that. You just need 2 skid steers. Anyways, I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and God bless. Check you later.